Welcome to the Brenden Schmitty Show, episode 46. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This is the best, guys. Let's get it.
Let's go. How you been, dude?
Dude.
Episode 46. Let's fucking go, Jobins. How you been?
Good. I've been good.
Anything new this week?
Anything new this week?
Didn't you have some writing stuff you were doing?
Dude, yeah, I submitted my my screenplay, dude, to a couple.
So what's the place you submitted it to?
Oh, well, it's called Coverfly, man. I use it to submit to, like, contests. And I've gotten in through a couple rounds before. I'm waiting until December to hear about this one for my Macbeth adaptation, where it's, like, martial arts, but it's in Shakespearean setting. You know what I'm saying? Action plus drama.
Damn, son.
Equals.
That's levels.
Yeah.
That's levels. That's a, do you think you should maybe email Netflix about that kind of stuff?
That would be, you know what?
Wouldn't that be kind of a cool idea?
I mean, there's no point in not trying.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder how, because I've seen like references in like shows and stuff where they're like, oh, Netflix greenlights everything. It's like, what if you had a project? How many screenplays you've been writing?
I have like 8 under my belt.
You have 8. What if one of those motherfuckers gets picked up by Netflix, dude?
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't
yeah,
it?
I'd be really stoked.
That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of sounds like something Netflix would do.
Man.
Would it be an anime or would it be a live action?
Dude.
Would it be
live action?
Live
100%.
action?
It's not that. It wouldn't be that budget. Would be not that crazy, man.
Would it be like Cobra Kai?
No, it'd be like The Raid. If you've ever seen The Raid with that guy that does all the martial arts, man. Oh, that's exactly. Check out The Raid and The Raid 2 Redemption. Both great martial arts movies.
You love those martial art movies.
Dude, those are the pinnacle.
So that would be incorporated into Macbeth.
Yeah, that kind of tone. And yes.
What's the other side of the tone?
The other side is that period setting, because it would take place in like medieval Scotland. But you got white Scottish guys.
We might want to be careful, man. This is a good idea. Some Jobin out there is gonna take this idea.
Yeah, we got white Scottish guys, and they don't know how to fight. But then this Indonesian woman shipwrecks off the Scottish coast, and then Banquo, who's Fleance's dad, falls in love with her, and they have a kid who is Fleance, and he knows martial arts because of his mom, and he knows, because I was researching it, it's called Salat. It's like that Southeast Asian martial arts, and he is a master at it because of his mom, who was killed by...
Is there a King Arthur guy named Salat?
No, or I don't know about King Arthur.
What is one of his guys named Sir?
Ooh, Sir Lancelot, or
oh, maybe I'm thinking Sir Lancelot.
There's a couple knights.
Because isn't that all kind of around that? I don't know. You're the one that knows all that. Kind of stuff.
The martial arts stuff's totally different.
Yeah, but like Macbeth, is that kind of the same as like King Arthur and all that shit?
King Arthur would be even older.
Even older. Okay.
Arthurian legend and shit like that. Dude, I majored in English. It
I
might
know,
be useless, but I have some like trivia knowledge.
It's not useless.
When are you gonna? If you crash on the side of the road, are you gonna need to know about Arthurian folktale?
Dude, George R. R. Martin. Look at him. He made Game of Thrones based on history.
This is true.
J.R.R. Tolkien. Even though he kind of went through history. Dude, it's so weird not having the headphones on and doing the pod.
Yeah, you sound good on it. You sound good on it still.
Because I can't hear. Well, yeah. That's why I don't have my headphones on, Jobins. Schmitty got his ears back. I can fucking hear again. I'm happy. Surgery went nice and well. My 11th surgery. I don't have my headphones on. Dude, I was gaming with the boys. And everything's still, I'm healing. You know what I mean? It's a little sore in there. So it's just the vibrations, the muffles. It's just kind of a little sensitive on my little eardrums. So, no headphones.
Dude, I'm happy, though. Like, how does it feel just listening to music, too?
Oh, dude, I have my ears back since your fucking birthday. June 13th. What's today? It's September 17th, and it's 9:30 at night. I had surgery yesterday. I've been dealing with deafness for a long time. But you know what? It's not your fault. I know I give you lots of shit. I'm the one. How many times have I said no before about getting in that fucking pool? A lot. I did good. But then I finally gave in to peer pressure. Peer pressure gets you.
You got to be one of the boys. You got to jump in the pool and play pool basketball.
I know. I got to dominate and win because that's what they want me to do. They look at me with the puppy dog eyes and like, you're so much fun to play against because you beat us all the time, and it's just fun to, have competition.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got something to prove against the big guy in basketball. I was telling that to Mo. The day before my surgery, these guys wanted to ball, and I'm just not confident yet. I'm trying to get my especially after Arizona, trying to get my ball skills back. So and these guys wanted to play, and I could just tell by the look in his eyes he had something to prove. Everyone's got something to prove against the big tall guy in basketball.
I mean, it feels good to ball up on a big guy.
Oh, I know. Well, here's Mo with like a bad back. I forget, he was sore about something.
Ooh, he's still sore. When we played, he was having back problems.
I gave him the old hip shift, and it fucked his back up. I felt really bad. Sorry, Mo. I hope your back feels better. Maybe it was his knee. Fuck, I forget. Something was fucked up with Mo. So I had not 100% Mo and me. You know what I mean? Against two guys that were ready to prove something. So I was like, dude, no. He's like, oh, dude, come on, man. Is this how you're going to be when you go out to bars, man? And like, go talk to that girl. And you'll be like, oh, no,
Oh,
man.
they said this?
No, Mo said this
Oh,
shit.
Mo, you said this?
Yeah, you said this, you son of a bitch. And I was like, I'm sorry. And then the one guy, he played for like 5 minutes with the other dude. And then he just like looked at me and left, got in his car. I was like, oh, shit, I feel bad.
Man, I mean... Yeah, but Mo, you can't be talking if you're not going to be equal help.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if you're hurt, you can't say stuff
yeah.
like that because you won't be able to play.
I got surgery in the morning.
Even though maybe you have a point. Maybe
I got it, yeah.
Maybe you should have just stepped up, balled up on him.
You're right. Me and Mo used to ball up on a lot of people back in the day. It's something that you got to get into. You know what I mean? You got to work your way up. If I'm not there, and I'm not LeBron level like I used to be.
You've never LeBron level.
I don't know, man. If there was cameras in that 24, they could talk. But yeah, anyway, go back to surgery. Dude, first time. Anesthesia, that's a fucking problem, dude. Because that shit's dangerous.
I'm listening. What
Have you ever had surgery?
I've been put out from like the dentist when I was a kid, but like...
Have you ever been put out with anesthesia? They got me in my hand. See a little bar right there? I like when they get me in the hand because they have a horrible time always. This dude was the fastest surgery I've ever had. Everyone nice, super nice. They always are. That's always the kind of fun part when you go to a hospital and you're in surgery. Everyone's usually all my experiences, and I'm usually really nice back. You know what I mean? Kind of flirty and nervous because and I always wonder if they put you on the machine. I'm like, oh, I bet my heart rate is spiking right now, or my blood pressure or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because I get nervous. And then I was having flashbacks, dude. Because usually I don't have to get all the way naked for my ear tubes. I can keep my boxers on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's like, take everything off, everything off. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And then I was having flashbacks with the bed, telling me to get naked. I was having Arizona flashbacks.
That's crazy to think about. You had to get naked for your ear surgery?
Yeah. Well, I did for the 6.5 hour one. I don't know why, but yeah.
So you were out for 6 hours?
That was for my 9th surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5 hours.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But no, anesthesia, dude. So they lay you on your bed. I know there's probably a lot of people watching that probably had surgery. They can relate. My 11th one. They lay you on your bed. They're all really nice. You got to sign a whole bunch of paperwork. You got to sign the anesthesia paperwork. Real nice guys. They come. She hooked me up, dude. She got that thing in real quick. I'm not that good with needles. When I was a kid, dude, I could be like, oh yeah, get that blood. And I could watch it. And I'd be like, oh shit, that's so awesome. And I'd like watch the blood fill up the tube, I was a real freak. But then when I got older and I went to this doctor all the time, and his nurses, dude, were horrible at drawing blood.
Really?
Dude, oh God, I'm fucking freaking out. I just got chills up my fucking spine. Oh, dude. She fucking wiggled that needle in my arm one time because she couldn't get it in my vein. I about jumped out of my seat. I about blacked out. It was like almost like and then just like fall back and pass out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I have never been good with needles. I don't know why. That's it. I don't know why I can't just like man up and get over it.
Not everyone's her.
Yeah. Oh, I know. This chick was real good. Boom. And I was like, damn, you don't mess around. Yeah. Oh, but dude, she was kind of flirting with me a little bit. I think a little bit. Her hands were all up close into my lap when she was doing it and shit. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I gotta hide. This is a thin cloth in between me.
What'd you do to you while you were sleeping?
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, dude. They love messing with you. So when you get on anesthesia, I have a hard time with anesthesia. It makes me nauseous when I wake up, and you can always taste it and shit.
Really?
It tastes horrible.
I wouldn't know. That's
So this was my 11th surgery. From when I was my first 3, when I was a younger kid, they put you out with gas, and I fucked up as a kid. And this is fucked up. That still kind of always pisses me off to this day. There was 3 flavors back in the day, back in the 90s. There was 3 flavors. It was like strawberry, bubblegum, and something else. I picked bubblegum, dude. It was the worst thing ever I had picked in my entire life.
Well, how do you know the other ones are better though?
Dude, it made me so nauseous. And then guess what? They never let me change it. Oh. I remember the second time, I was scarred from the first one because I woke up, right? And I still had that bubblegum flavor. It wasn't bubblegum. It was just this horrible, 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 nauseating thing. I couldn't eat bubblegum for years as a kid. The yellow and blue bubblegum? I forget what it was.
Ooh, is the zebra ones?
No,
is it the ones that do the tattoos
No,
on
like
them?
the big pink ones. That were
Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't eat that shit for ever.
Because of
because
gas?
Of the gas. Never let me change it. I had to do that shit 3 times. Oh, bubblegum was my
better
nightmare.
to hate one thing than 3 things.
Yeah, true. And I was like, can I please get the strawberry? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh.
Dude,
yeah.
you'd hate strawberries.
I know, I could have hated strawberries. Thank God I love strawberries. But anyway, back to anesthesia. Anesthesia, dude, that shit could be like that. I often wonder, I'm like, man, if you're suffering from cancer and you're dying, you got like days left. Can't they just give you a whole bunch of that and put you out? Overdose you?
Well, they give you a lot of drugs, right? Don't they do a lot of drugs so that you go out a little easier?
Because, dude, this one's different. So, I hope I don't offend anyone with that past statement. But this one was a little different and quicker. I don't know if it's because of my age or if because I got ripped before I went into surgery. I was like, if I'm dying,
do they know? Could they tell? Like
maybe.
They're like, man, this dude's ripped.
I don't know.
That's
but
fine.
they give you the thing because when you get nauseous from anesthesia, they give you the stuff before they give you the anesthesia, and it's to help with it. And it really does the job. When I wake up, no, I didn't feel shit. I felt good to go.
Wow.
But when they give you the anesthesia, they go, all right, here's your cocktail. And I'm like, ooh, what am I drinking? And they're like, oh, you'll find out. And then they put it in, they go, all right, here you go. You're going to start feeling relaxed. And then usually they roll you into the operating room and you're already feeling it. You're like, ooh, you feel good. You know what I mean? You feel real relaxed. And then you go into this white ass room and it's cold as fuck. You would probably hate it because it's cold. But you're in this they give you a real warm blanket. It's probably the best part of surgery. They give you this nice warm blanket as you're in there, right?
Okay.
And but it's cold and shit and it's white. Sure enough, they roll me in there and I actually was starting to feel it a little bit as soon as I got in the room. But usually I'm feeling it all the way to there. I didn't this time. And I get in there. They love fucking with you. They're like, all right, Ricky, here's your other team. And it's 3 girls. And they're like, tell everyone what you're doing here. They like want me to talk while I'm fucked up. And I'm like, hey guys. I'm on my 11th year surgery. I'm getting, yeah, dude. I'm just kind of like, like fucked up. You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to hear again. And they're like, oh, hi. And they're like, you're surrounded with all girls, Ricky. You're gonna be taken care of. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the best quality right now. Then they make you get into the next bed over, and that's kind of fun because you're kind of fucked up, and like I'm a big boy, right? And these are all little fucking people, right? I'm like 3 of them, and I always feel like they're Oompa Loompas at a hospital just because I'm always bigger than everybody. And bigger than the damn operating table almost. Because I got to get on there and then I got to like scoot down and I got to find the way. Like, I'm a big boy. And they're like, yeah, you are a big boy.
Dude, well, how much messed up stuff do they hear? Like, you think when people are messed up like that?
Dude, I'm sure a lot. And when you're waking up, I'm sure people say some silly shit. Yeah. But this was the difference. So usually I'm laying there, you know, and they strap you up. They strap your legs up because people jump and shit when they're knocked out and shit. And I'm like, ooh, strap me up. They're like, yeah. And then they put this the gas mask on, and it's just oxygen. And I'm like, ooh, is that the stuff that's gonna knock me out? Because I'm tripping, right? They already gave that to me. And dude, I don't remember shit. All of a sudden, the last thing I remember is her rubbing onto me on my shoulder, you know, just calming me down, waking up.
That's nuts.
Yeah, usually they're like, all right, count to 10. Give us a big count to 10. And that's usually when I'll say shit. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to go to 20. I'll say something real quick, and then I'll go 1, and then you're out. You know what I mean?
You're completely at their mercy at that point.
Oh, gone.
That's so crazy to think
Gone.
about. Like, you can't do anything.
Gone. And guess what? I like it. It's enjoyable. Like,
the man who doesn't like to be in a car when another person drives
I know.
is okay with letting himself just pass. You know, obviously they're
like,
professionals, but I'm surprised you're like totally like cool with it.
Because like, I don't know, I kind of fear death. But if that's what death's like, it makes me not afraid, if that makes any sense. If anyone can relate.
Well, that's kind of comforting.
Yeah, because they're digging in my ears. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And guess what? I didn't have any dreams. I didn't have a dream this time. There's been times where I've had surgery, and I have long-ass dreams. It feels like a whole fucking day. And then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's right, I had surgery. Dude, this was a fast surgery, too. 9:10, when they reeled me in the operating room, they're like, oh, 9:10. I woke up at 9:42. Both ears done. Bam. And guess what? The quickest I got out of the hospital. I can't stand hospitals, and I don't like staying in them. I like getting the fuck out, getting home, getting stoned, so I don't feel like shit. Dude, I woke up literally 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. Got up, got dressed. She fucking had that wheelchair to my fucking bed. Boom, out in the car. And it's always kind of fun when they're wheeling you out, because when you wake up, you're still kind of fucked up from the anesthesia.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, you can't walk or drive. I couldn't walk or drive. I would imagine it's like being really wasted. I don't know. I've never really been wasted. Like, never been blackout drunk, wasted. So, yeah.
So is that a challenge? We're going to have a pod where you're just wasted?
No,
Ooh, that would be kind of funny.
A drunk pod?
Yeah,
between you
dude.
and me? It would be fun.
Well, I'd be the one that would be sober, so you can be, like, crazy drunk. It would be funny.
Yeah. But no, do you think it, like Dr. Kevorkian days?
Oh, damn. Assisted
Right?
suicide?
Right? Would you, I mean, like, if it's so peaceful. It doesn't hurt. 1 minute you're awake, and then the next minute you're gone.
It's controversial.
It's very controversial. I'm spitting some shit. Because, you know, and plus when people do the death penalties and they get the injections, apparently there's side effects. People go through pain and shit. Well, I'm like, how do you go through pain? But then again, they're not overdosing me with anesthesia. They're just giving me enough to knock me the fuck out.
What about the guillotine, dude? Just lopping it right off.
Yeah.
That would be maybe more humane than injections, but way more like grisly because of like just beheading someone that fast.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait, how did we even get to the...
Ooh, I saw a line today. The difference between medicine and a disease, or no, addiction, or maybe it was disease.
Well, what is it?
Is the dose.
Whoa,
deep.
Wait, say it one more time.
The difference between medicine and
the disease is the dose.
Is the dose. I want to say the addiction is the dose. I think it's addiction.
Okay.
I might have fucked that up. The difference between medicine and addiction is the dose.
Aren't they both
Boom.
just like say-jess?
Well, no, because say like medicine, you just take a little amount to use as medicine to get better. But that same medicine, if you take a shitload of, becomes the addiction and a problem.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I had to break that down.
The medicine and the addiction.
I had to break that, yeah.
What a cool saying.
Oh,
I'll have to use that more often.
Dude, changing the whole tone on this part. Just because it's really sad and I feel like we got to talk about it a little bit. Give him a shout out on our pod.
Oh, I think you're gonna talk about what I wanted to talk about.
Coach Green.
Oh well. Oh man, we should definitely give him a shout out.
I wanted to give Coach Green a shout out
From Seckman.
Yeah,
High
because
school.
huge loss in our community in Seckman wrestling and Mizzou wrestling, and the wrestling where he was teaching at down in Texas. We found out. I think it was about probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. Tragically, he died in a car accident at he was probably in his late 30s or 40s. He had to have been.
Yeah.
But Coach Green, such a great guy. He wasn't my coach. I didn't wrestle. But the outpour of stories and how much he helped a lot of the students that wrestled in our high school. So he was our first state wrestling champion, which is pretty cool. He went to wrestle at Mizzou, and then he came back and fucking taught at our high school and made other state champions.
100%. Really good top program under him. Yeah.
So we had a couple state champions in our class. I'm sure you had some in yours.
Yeah, I mean, it was on fire. That's a great program.
Our wrestling program was probably, besides our baseball, was the best program we probably had.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely saying it's still a top-notch program, but, like, it definitely, like, I'm sure him leaving, too, is crazy, you know, like, even before. When
he left Seckman a few years after you had graduated. And he moved down to Texas, and it's really sad because he had a wife and kid. It's just really sad. And this just goes to show I read the story from a report from the leader that he got out of his car on the highway to help somebody who was in an accident, and he was struck by another vehicle. And it's like, damn, dude. I knew another guy that I worked with named Viking, and he tried to stop somebody from stealing a car, and they ran him over. And he was in the hospital for a couple days, and he fucking died. And he was he was posting videos and everything on his Instagram and Facebook, and then he died overnight because of internal bleeding in his body.
That's rough.
And what was he doing? Trying to help somebody not get their car stolen. What was Coach Green doing? Trying to help someone in an accident. It's like, damn. Why do really bad things happen to good-ass fucking people? Right?
Rest in peace to Coach Green.
And you wrestled.
Yeah, I wrestled freshman year, and he was definitely, like, such a good instructor and, like, really was good at drilling, like, the moves in your head. And I don't know. He had a good way of explaining things, which I think every good coach should have that ability. And it's, like, a shame. And I heard of the news because one of my buddies who I'm still friends with, he had posted about it, sharing it, and he was a state champ. My buddy was not. He was like took 5th in state, but that's still really impressive.
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
like there's a lot of top wrestlers that came out of that program
that were impacted by Coach Green.
Definitely, and it's crazy.
I'm gonna tell my story of my one story with Coach Green, because it's kind of funny. So, being a big, tall, sexy, strong, big, tall man in freshman year, 6'5", bigger than all. The coaches come looking for you, and they see you, and they ask about you, and they wonder. They're like, man, I want that on my team. Well, freshman year, that was when I was doing football, so I was real big and strong, and I hated running. I fucking hated it. I feared it. We ran so much in football, and it was so hot, and I just hated it. I remember feeling like oh God, we have to go run, and I know what we're gonna have to go through. I'm gonna throw up. I hate this. Dude. And then when I lost all my weight and I got thin, I enjoy running now. I worry about running now in my days, being big, because I worry about my knees and me getting older. Schmitty worries about his knees, but I don't want to fuck them up. I need them to walk.
Well, your length, like your strides, you could work on too.
Yeah.
Just your technique.
I know. Be more center grounded.
Did you run with Sean and the boys? Did you guys ever have a run where you ran?
But they're athletes. He's an athlete.
I would love to have them watch you run.
Yeah. I'm down. I'll show them how I run. They might be a little impressed. We'll see. All right. Anyway, back to my story. Son of a bitch. But yeah. All right. So, Coach Green taught English, I think. And my freshman year, my history teacher, was my first hour, and he was right across, right? I'm walking the first hour one day, and Coach Green goes, "Hey, Ricky, you ever thought about wrestling?" And I was like, "Oh," and I'm just nervous and fucking shit, because I'm going, "Oh, God." And I'm like, no, not really." And he's like, "Well, why don't you come down to practice tonight and give it a try? See if you like it or not." And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. And then so I'm like, all right. And he's like, all right, well, yeah, I'll see you there. I'll see you tonight. I'm like, okay, see you tonight. I go into my class, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, God. What am I going to do? There's no way I'm going to go. God, should I go? I didn't go because I was a little bitch. Today, Ricky, would have went. I would have went. But God damn it, I didn't. So here I am the next day. I'm fucking scared as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? How's he gonna act?
Did he say anything?
I'm walking to my class. He goes, "Hey, Ricky, where were you last night?" And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm just not into wrestling. I'm not really into it. And I'm thinking, how's he gonna be? How's this dude gonna be is he gonna be an asshole? You know what I mean? No, nicest fucking guy. He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, man." He's like, "If you ever change your mind, you let me know." Yeah, dude.
Secretly, like, but please change your mind.
Please change. Yeah, because he probably saw what I could have.
Dude, you could have been a straight killer.
Yeah.
6'5" in high school.
Yeah.
And then like he
would have got me lean.
Have you cut weight?
Oh God.
Get down.
He would have got me.
And you'd be a foot taller than
I could have been a state champion.
You could have definitely been
with a coach like that.
100%.
But I just didn't have that right. It's all about the mindset, dude.
Yeah.
It is all about fucking mindset. And once you learn that, I wish they would teach that shit at a young age. Try to get people in that mindset.
Same. I wish I had that mindset because I quit after freshman year, and maybe.
Why did you quit after freshman year?
Well, like all the people that I wrestled with in my freshman class, they quit, and then like there was one guy in my who was like JV because he beat me in the blue gold match, and like I was like, man, I should have wanted that competition. I should have wanted to get better.
Well, didn't you have a hard time too with your weight class?
Yeah, I had to gain weight because I was the smallest guy by far.
What is your weight? Is it Adam? I think it's Adam.
It shouldn't exist. I should have to gain weight and step up. No. That's how it should go down.
I think it should exist. There was other people your size. And what about the people who your size that actually wanted to wrestle but they couldn't because they just weren't big enough?
Yeah.
That's not fair. I know maybe it's not. It gets to a point with little people. Maybe there needs to be a little people wrestling thing for high schools. I'm not being offensive. You could say little people.
There was times I didn't even have a match because there was no one in the class.
Exactly.
It sucked, dude.
That's tough.
It sucked hard.
Yeah.
And then like there was times I dominated people at the same time.
Yeah.
One time I was overweight and I had to strip down naked, dude. And I still was overweight. I was like, this was.
You were what? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
This was 95. Because I'd have to gain weight to be 103. See, like 95 didn't even really exist because there was no one that small in the high school circuit like that.
That's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
Did Coach Green have an impact on you?
I'd say to a degree.
To a degree.
You know, obviously probably have a greater impact if I had stayed in the program, you know. But I would say so, yeah.
Because I think, dude, I think it's important for to have a good coach. And luckily, I think at Seckman, most of all, there was a lot of good coaches at Seckman. Because coaches that's a big impact that they can put on people and your whole life. You know what I mean?
Coaching in general is just a really awesome skill to have.
Oh, God.
And, like, it's across so many fields.
And to be really good at it and to be a really good coach. Like,
pat yourselves on the back, all the great coaches out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you don't forget them. I had a wonderful coach. So the coaches in football were real good, but I didn't I don't know. The football was so big. My freshman football class was literally like 65 kids. It was huge. And then literally all of them almost quit the sophomore year, which I was one of them. The senior football coach, he was really cool. A couple of the other ones were really cool, but some of them were just like real ego. There was some ego in the football coaches. But I got out of that. I had a real awesome volleyball coach. My sophomore year and junior year. And that's where I lost 115 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to think it was because of the coaches and helping me and shit. Got me into the love of volleyball.
Mm.
Taught volleyball really well. And then senior year, had a horrible shit coach who didn't teach kids how to volleyball. He had a huge ego problem. And it impacted me.
We won't say names.
Yeah, I'm not going to drop names. I'm not going to drop any names. But I butted heads with him a lot. And one time, Mark, my old buddy Mark, he was pissed off at me because of what happened at practice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and he's going off in his car. He's like, "You happy, Schmidt? You probably got to him. You finally got to him. Are you happy, Schmidt?" And I was laughing my ass off. Because, dude, there was some shit that, like, I don't know. We're here to play volleyball. We're not track stars. And, like, he would be pissed all the time and just make us run. Like, we would hardly ever play volleyball. And then sometimes...
It comes back to that running, though, doesn't it?
Oh.
You're like, fuck this running.
Well, no, yeah, maybe. But we ran all the... I lost 115 pounds before getting senior year. And the coaches before, we ran. We ran with the other ones, but they also taught us how to play volleyball. You know what I mean?
And he didn't do that.
No,
huh?
dude. Like, he would do drills, right? And then, like, if you weren't good at a drill, he gets super pissed. One time he got pissed off at the guys weren't hitting good one day, and then he came out and just hit the ball. It went up straight into the fucking way up into the ceiling and popped and came back down. And we're just like, holy shit, he's pissed.
What did that teach anyone?
I know, dude. There were so many reasons. There was a lot. We butted heads a lot. I'll give you a bad story about influence, though, where I did kind of fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked this is something that eats with me, even to this day.
Ooh, what is it?
To peer pressure. So I'm working my way up. Oh, here's another thing that he would do. I lost all my weight, right? I'm running. We would do our running, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ahead. I pass him. You know what he says?
What?
He looks at the group that's all running together behind me. He looks at me and goes, "Why is Schmidt in first? Why is Schmidt leading?" That fucking ate at me, and I'm in my head. Immediately, I'm running away from him so he can't see my face. I'm fucking pissed, and I'm thinking, because I'm trying, motherfucker, because I'm trying hard. I enjoy volleyball. I've loved this. I'm finally here being a senior on the varsity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to fucking show you I'm ready. And you say, "Why am I in the front?" I don't know if you're trying to motivate the others that they're behind me, but you done pissed me off. That was the shit that pissed me off.
And it made you run faster?
No. Kind of just made me, like, I don't know, despise them. Despise the motherfucker. Make me want to just, like, beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Did anyone get the lead on you?
No, they all just fucking, yeah.
Was
Laugh
there
at
genius to his madness?
Maybe. And that was the thing. He was, like, I looked up to him. That was the thing. Before I became a senior and was on his team, I was like, man, I can't wait to be on his team. And I looked up to him. And he taught class. I was the kid. This is before I even joined volleyball. I had him freshman year. I was the kid drawing pot leaves, like being just a reckless kid. And we would always go back and forth. And then he saw that I joined volleyball. He's like, "Oh, great, this kid's joining volleyball." But then I showed him how serious I was. I lost a lot of weight. I remember when I lost all that weight, he was one of the first. He's like, "You look really good, Ricky. You look really good." I'm like, "Thank you." You know, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited." I'm like, "I can't wait for fucking volleyball and show you all the hard work." "Oh yeah, well, we're gonna be running." Blah, blah, blah. So maybe because I said that, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna fucking try this motherfucker out." Maybe.
Well, is there different, like, training and practice with JV and varsity, though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like you guys got to focus more on...
I was ready to practice.
Yeah. But you practice because you're not as good with the technique yet.
I know.
You do the cardio with the running so you can perfect the technique by doing it easier.
I know, but let me tell you this. We're not running a lot. You got to be quick and agile and everything, which I get that and all that. When I was thinner, not right now, I was more agile. I remember one time I dove and I got the fucking ball over, and I could hear my coach going, "Good job, Ricky!" And everyone was freaking out because I dove for that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we don't need to be soccer stars. There's a difference. I'm down to run, and you do your warm ups. You stretch out. You do your little running sessions. You do your little things to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should do your full-blown whatever sport you do, your workout. So volleyball, we should be doing all volleyball shit for a big chunk. And then once we're done with the volleyball shit, now we do our little run, or our little exercises, and we call it a fucking day. That's how it should be to me. But here, no. We're going to do all extras, do a couple little bit, I'm going to be pissed, and then we're just going to run. It sucked. It was hell, and we butted heads a lot. And then one time I remember another kid fucked up, and he couldn't. I'm trying my hardest, I'm running, and I'm fucking exhausted. And I made it, because we had to make it in a certain time, and other kids fucked it up. And I was pissed. Oh, yeah, let's get back to that peer pressure story, because this is where I fucked up. I got to finally be like one of the team captains where you go up and you flip the coin to see who gets to serve and shit first. I was finally that, right? We're driving to fucking one game one day. And seriously, my buddy Mark, my buddy Kyle, and a couple other guys tell me to throw out my bag of trash out the window. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it, guys. Sorry about that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that, guys. They keep going. Fine, I'm like, fine. And I'm sitting there. I just throw it out fucking behind me. Dude, a teacher was behind our bus from Seckman. She comes she fucking floors it up to the fucking bus, the driver, and she's yelling shit. So finally the coach is up there and rolls down the window. She's like, what? And I'm not going to say the teacher's name. One of the
It started with an F.
I almost
Miss
did.
Ooh, no. Now I know who it is. Now I know who it is. You can't say it now.
Yeah. But she's yelling. She's like, one of your team players littered. And I'm like, motherfucker, dude.
Bruh, she was a B-I-T-G-H.
I know. Hey, I littered. That was my decision.
Though. Bad.
It was my decision. I can't blame it on anyone else.
She was mean, though.
I could have just kept saying, no, guys, I'm not fucking throwing this fucking bag out the window. But it was my decision that I fucking gave in and threw the fucking bag out the window. So sure enough, they fucking tell. And the coaches are going, who threw it out the bus? Who threw it out the bus? And we're just all like, I'm fucking going, oh, God damn it. No one confessed up to it, because no one did it but me. And I didn't say anything. We played. That we ran the next day at volleyball. It was just running. And then our coach gave us this huge spiel at the end about littering and someone needs to confess up. So sure, and all day, it's all I could think about. You know what I mean? Because they were pissed at the games and they were pissed after the game. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So sure enough, after practice, I went up to Zambo and I said, it was me, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck, I said his name. Oh, well. I'm so bad at dropping them.
Yeah.
But I told him. I was like, it was me, And then he gave me a big spiel. And it was over. And I told him I was sorry. It would never happen again. And I think I forget what I had to do. I think I had to run the next day, too.
I wonder what it's like to know that you have to really put someone through hell for them to confess the truth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're fucking liars. Kind of weird to see it from someone else's perspective.
Dude, I was a dumb kid.
I'm kidding, dude.
I was a dumb kid. You live and learn.
Shit.
You live and learn.
Dude, that sucks they peer pressured you in the first place.
I know.
Guys, bad. Come on now.
It sucks I gave in. But hey,
yeah.
I'm glad those things happened because it shaped me into the man I am. And I would not do that today. And I would not handle it the way I did. So everything happens for a reason, baby. Yeah, long story of that short.
Dude, did you hear about Norm Macdonald?
Yeah, dude, that was really fucking sad.
I was like, you're going to talk, because I thought when you said about people passing away, rest in peace, Coach Green.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Norm Macdonald passing away.
Yeah, that's a fucking legend, dude.
Dude, and his Burt Reynolds on SNL is hilarious. He looks really close to him.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, dude, they had this picture of him and Chris Farley from a movie, and they're like, what's going down in heaven tonight? I was like, oh, damn, that hit. That fucking hit. That's sad because I think we're getting to a generation where they probably don't even know who that fucking guy is.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't that sad?
Is he related to Ron McDonald, the clown?
He was really funny, though. He was an OG Saturday Night Live guy.
Yeah.
He's funny in a lot. His parts that he'd be in Adam Sandler movies, they were always funny.
He's in Billy Madison as one of his slacker buddies.
Yeah.
Which also had Chris Farley in it. Yeah, that's good shit.
R.I.P. Sad, too, from cancer at 61.
Yeah.
Damn,
Dude, and then you know what made me more sad? Get this, and maybe I'm a dumbass for this.
What?
I thought Burt Reynolds was still alive.
Oh no, he died.
So you know what I said to myself? I was like, wow, he did the Burt Reynolds shtick so well, and now he's the one that's dead before the older version.
God.
And then I looked it up, and then I was more devastated. I was like, oh, Burt's dead.
Yeah, didn't he die last year?
2018.
Oh, 2018.
Dude. Yeah, I was like, I've been living under a rock.
It makes me sad, dude. A lot of these old guys are getting so old. They're gonna. Oh God, a lot of guys we watched were growing up.
That day for me, dude, I was just like, 2 guys gone.
I wouldn't have thought Norm Macdonald would be one of the first to go. He had that tone. He had a real authentic tone about his comedy, about how he just presented everything.
He had
his
that
humor.
deadpan delivery,
Yeah.
you know, where he just like matter-of-factly spoke.
Yeah.
And he did the...
And then it was so sarcastic at the same time.
Yeah.
He was it was brilliant. R.I.P. to the OG Norm.
Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald, yeah.
Dude, what do you think about going... Well, let's get on a little happier, fun note. What do you think about all this Jake Paul, Dana White drama? Have you seen any... What are you caught up with it?
A little bit.
Dana White versus Jake Paul?
They're not going to fight, right?
No, but it's just like that. So Jake Paul wants to box Jorge Masvidal, but Dana today is like, go pick on someone your own size. Dana was also like, you're not going to see Jake Paul call out Anderson Silva.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And then Jake was also like, why don't we do a boxing match where I get Masvidal and then Amanda Nunes boxes? I forget the girl's name.
Amanda Serrano, I think.
Thank you. There you go. My man.
She's a killer, dude. You
Yeah.
see her boxing record?
Mhm.
And it's only going to be boxing,
Yeah.
which, oh my God, Amanda Nunes is one of my top faves.
Oh,
I think she dominates still.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Amanda Nunes
People don't
wins.
fucking respect Amanda Nunes, and it pisses me off.
Top tier. I'm
Doesn't make
worried
any
for the
sense.
boxer.
Yeah. I would like to see Jake Paul versus Amanda Nunes. I think she whoops his ass.
There's limits there. Jake Paul's the legitimate boxer. He's going to be champ one day. Calling it, stamping it now.
It just kind of... I wish Jake Paul would box Anderson Silva. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that's the fight to make. I was talking to Tim and Sean and all the boys, and Dana White's not going to let someone from the UFC go do this. But he did with Conor, which doesn't make any sense.
Dana White looks so dumb already from already feeding it so much.
Dude,
He
I don't
already
think
fed
he's
it so
dumb.
much.
I don't think Dana's dumb.
I think he looks worse than Jake Paul.
He knows, Dana knows that what makes money. He knows Jake Paul's making money. And I guarantee it, at some point down the line, we're going to see them work together in something. We got to.
You know what? He is one of those guys to switch like that, and he'd be like, oh, well, we're making money, so we're boys now.
Yeah.
If it's mutual, but it's not right now, so he's not
That's
cool.
what I don't get. Because Conor, Dana hated Showtime. He hates that guy who runs Espinoza or whatever the fuck his name is. He hates that guy. Look, Conor got him to work with them to do the Floyd Mayweather. So it's like, if Conor can do that, who else? Is it going to be Conor that gets to get Dana to work with Jake Paul in the future?
Well, dude, I think that Dana White doesn't respect Jake Paul at all
No.
from his upbringing.
Well, he
his
can't really.
Disney
He's got to keep the reputation of the UFC.
I think the reputation's intact still. Like, start showing respect to a guy who just knocked out Tyron Woodley.
Dude, it's so
Or not knocked out, sorry, decision win. My bad.
I'm not going to lie, dude. Jake Paul,
My
it
bad.
makes it a lot of fun because I think boxing is being watched now more than in a long time. Even though it's crazy because these boxers make so much money and there's so many people watching it. Maybe this is just my own opinion, but I just feel like there's more eyes on boxing right now than ever. And I think there's a lot of different... I think Jake Paul's bringing in the younger kids. Whole lot of young... He's bringing all the influencers.
He just needs to take the next step. His next matchup should honestly be Tommy Fury.
It should be someone who's a legit boxer.
Tommy Fury, man.
Yeah.
It's not like he's the most legit, but he's got the name attached to him.
I think Anderson Silva's pretty legit.
Anderson Silva could probably knock him out, dude.
I agree with dude. Anderson Silva's one of the greatest fucking martial artists of ever alive.
Agreed.
And,
Killer.
Dude, I would love to see Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. That would be so much fucking fun.
Jake Paul has been fighting smaller guys.
Yeah, and Anderson Silva's looking real good. Real good.
I think he could take Jake.
It's real interesting to see what Jake happens. Jake said they had a couple guys, but it was all down to Daddy Dana. But it's like, we're going to go down that again. But yeah.
Well, Tito wasn't a test really though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jake Paul is not just gonna get knocked out right away. Tyron Woodley threw his heat.
Jake Paul would probably knock out Tito in a boxing match.
Yeah, probably.
I would love to see what if Silva beat Jake Paul, dude?
People would kind of still expect it.
But then what if Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva?
See, now people were surprised.
You think people would finally respect Jake Paul?
He still hasn't proven himself to a lot of people. Me, I love
Who's
the entertainment.
the fight that
so.
gets him proven?
Even Tommy Fury doesn't do it.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's a little better because he's like got a more boxing background.
What a fun time to do this and talk about sports. To cover it all.
Yeah, with Snoop Dogg commentating and
It's just fun.
Donald Trump commentating.
I do hate though. Sometimes he says some shit that's disrespectful to UFC fighters, and that's where I kind of hate.
Jake Paul?
Yeah, Jake Paul. He'll say some shit. He said some shit a couple days ago. I was like, dude, you can't disrespect MMA fighters, dude, or any Bellator, UFC, any organization. They're fucking warriors. They train their whole lives for this. It's dedication. It's an art.
Yeah.
And it's legit.
I mean, he's just talking shit, though.
I know.
And the guy's
gotta
a
play that part.
marketing guy.
I know, and that's another thing. It's like 4 times and he's made this much money. It's like you got to respect what he's doing. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
The whole gimmick, you got to respect it. The Jake Paul and Logan Paul, I respect both them boys.
Yeah. They're
It's
hard
cool
workers.
to see what they do. I'm excited to see what Logan does next. What big thing he does.
He went all the way with Floyd Mayweather. He
Do you
should
think
just
he
box
boxes, or
Conor.
do you think he finally gets in like an MMA cage?
No, that's a terrible idea.
He wants to.
Both brothers would not.
He wants to. Yeah, there's been all this shit talk with Masvidal and all this. They posted a video of Jake Paul getting submitted by somebody in a cage.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy,
It's no joke, dude.
they'll freaking fuck those guys up.
Jiu-jitsu that's what I want to master. I want to master jiu-jitsu. I feel like if you master jiu-jitsu, and I don't know, you just fuck up anybody.
Unless you are fighting someone who's mastered that and
Other things.
Yeah. Like that's what MMA is so great, you know?
Yeah.
It's the evolution of boxing because it
100%.
incorporates all these other disciplines. Like you could be a karate master like Lyoto Machida and get into the UFC and do a karate style, dude.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
100%. Damn, dude, we're already at 50 minutes.
Yeah,
This pod flew. This pod fucking flew. Pods fly.
Dude.
Chase your dreams, Jobins. Chase your fucking dreams. Every episode we do, they fly by.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane how fast they go.
Too fat.
Dude, you know what I've been jamming a lot lately this past week?
What?
MGK.
Yeah, dude, nice.
What a fucking badass. And I'm actually sitting back and I'm going, people might hate me for this. Is he better? Is he more talented than Eminem?
Hands down.
Maybe not necessarily in rapping. Like maybe Eminem is the better rapper, yes.
That's easily yes.
But can Eminem shred on a guitar? Can Eminem sing? He has a couple songs where he sings and it's okay. Haley's song, you know,
The
Mockingbird.
that's not good singing compared to the rock star.
Yeah, the rock star things that MGK is doing, the different genres. He's got a few different genres he can do. He can play instruments. Man.
Dude, he's even got like an artist like visual style with music videos. What's the coolest music video? The coolest one for me for Eminem is the one where he's falling down the building the whole time.
I forget. Oh, wait.
Forget the name of the song, but he's
What
falling
about the
down
one
a
where he's-
building.
Where he's Batman and Robin with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
It might be the same one.
But dude, that last Cole Bennett music video with Machine Gun Kelly,
Uh-huh.
man, dude, it was pretty crazy. And I was just
dude.
like, dude, Cole Bennett, the guy that directs for Lyrical Lemonade and does all those music videos, he should make like a David Lynch type movie, dude.
He
Like
should make
Twin
movies.
Peaks type shit
Yeah.
with like real trippy visuals.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
He's been doing the music videos for so long, but he's always got such a good artistic view that, like, yeah, I would like to see a Cole Bennett film. Directed by Cole Bennett. That'd be kind of cool.
He should have directed Dune.
Yeah.
Cole Bennett's Dune.
Yeah.
What would that look like?
Dude, I watched the MTV Music Awards for the first time, and, like, I couldn't even tell you the last
I
time.
know, I missed it. It sounds epic, dude.
Dude, it was legit awesome. They did a great year. The whole year, everyone was awesome. I was like, I was like, man, is it because I miss concerts so much? It's been so long since I've been to a concert. Seeing the crowd there being all hyped up for the concert. I don't know, it just hit me. They had good music artists. And then at the end, MGK killed it. And you got fucking sexy Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian that's dating Travis Barker.
Right.
They fucking announced them. They're like, and then our future baby daddies. And then it's like, oh my God, what a fucking legend, dude.
Legends. Travis Barker.
And then
too.
they fucking rocked that song, Paper Cuts. Dude, that song hits. I fucking love that song. I've been fucking jamming that shit. Dude, I'm not saying this because of MGK. I told this to the boys, and Sean's like, oh, you just want to see MGK. But I'm just saying, MGK and Megan Fox should make a porno right now because I feel like it would take over the world. I feel like it would, like Kim Kardashian and Ray J, you got nothing.
Dude, it would honestly do the checks for his rock star lifestyle. Is doing that. That'd be like Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee.
100%.
And it'd be like, dude, he's on that rock star trajectory.
And Megan Fox.
Bro, that's
Megan Fox.
levels to the game.
You're telling me that's not the number one fucking porno?
Hey, Eminem, sit down.
Yeah. Eminem have a porno? That's kind of fucked up.
No, I'm just saying Eminem, sit down in
Eminem
general,
sit down.
dude.
Yeah, Eminem, do you got a porno with Megan Fox?
Then stand up.
Stand up.
Will the real Slim Shady
Shady,
please stand up?
Yeah, dude. This is why I think MGK takes the cake. But yeah, Sean was all like, oh, Schmitty, you just want to see MGK. No, I want to see Megan Fox. Am I bad for that? Am I a bad boy? I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe.
it's Megan Fox.
Maybe. Damn, we didn't get to talk about a lot of shit.
I know.
We ran out of time.
I know, dude. There was a big story
Yeah.
we didn't talk about.
Damn.
Ooh, teasers.
Next time.
Teasers.
Next time.
Well, probably
Maybe it'll be a conclusion then. Ooh,
Oh,
what are we
God.
talking about? Who knows?
It's gonna be old news soon.
Maybe. Tune in next episode and find out. Thanks for watching this episode, Jobins. Thanks for the love in the comments. Tell your friends, share it. Let your mom maybe watch it and your dad. Let the whole family sleep in. Share it.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Hit that bell if there is a bell.
Bing,
I think there's like a notification. Yeah. Hit that notification bell.
Please.
Please. We love you. Jobins. Episode 46. Deuces.